These are the stories of people prescribed VALTOCO diazepam nasal spray for episodes of frequent seizures. Individual results may vary. Talk with your healthcare provider about treatment plans. Please see important safety information at the end of the video. What is VALTOCO diazepam nasal spray? VALTOCO is a prescription medicine used for short-term treatment of seizure clusters, also known as episodes of frequent seizure activity or acute repetitive seizures, that are different from a person's normal seizure pattern in people 2 years of age and older.
My first seizure was 12. My eye was just flickering. My arm was just kind of doing its thing. I didn't know what was going on, but I could hear my mom saying, "What is this? Like, Paul, are you okay?"
The first one was pretty scary. I was pretty ill-informed about what rescue meds were out there at that point in time. So I would say it was really scary.
I was in my 20s when I had my first seizure, and I woke up, and my husband at the time was crying. And I said, "What's wrong?" He said, "You had convulsions. You had a seizure." And I assured him that it was a bad dream. I told him, "No, honey, you had a bad dream. Go back to sleep." Something that someone might not understand is not just the fear and how terrifying it is. Like, I've frightened you, and oh my gosh, you had to see me like that, and you know, you got to work tomorrow. Kind of, you know, it's inconvenient, but it's just, yeah, there's a guilt feeling.
I would say that there are things that we would take for granted before that you can't take for granted now. Like, he can't go out back and just jump in the pool by himself without someone there. He's in the shower, you're a little hesitant, you're listening to make sure there's no noise and that everything's cool up there. You know, he wants to be able to drive. You're always praying and hoping that he'll have seizure freedom long enough that that goal could be a reality. It's a little different than typical life.
VALTOCO has definitely given me the freedom to be able to participate and be involved in travel or going on a trip that perhaps I might have been apprehensive about taking before.
When she started taking VALTOCO, the changes I've noticed is her confidence. So I sometimes have to travel for work, for example, and she was always very concerned about being home alone with our daughter. And I don't think she has that same level of concern anymore because she knows she has something that can help her.
I was very hesitant until we got VALTOCO to take him places where I knew seizures could happen, especially trips where it's far away. And there's a large sense of security now that we have VALTOCO. I view it as my security blanket because I know I have the power to help stop it now.
I do feel confident with VALTOCO. VALTOCO made me a new man.
VALTOCO is a prescription medicine used for short-term treatment of seizure clusters, also known as episodes of frequent seizure activity or acute repetitive seizures, that are different from a person's normal seizure pattern in people 2 years of age and older. VALTOCO is a benzodiazepine medicine. Taking benzodiazepines with opioid medicines, alcohol, or other central nervous system depressants, including street drugs, can cause severe drowsiness, breathing problems, coma, and death. Serious side effects including coma and death have happened in people who have abused or misused benzodiazepines. You can develop an addiction even if you use VALTOCO as prescribed by your healthcare provider. It is not intended for daily use and can cause physical dependence and withdrawal reactions. Like other anti-epileptic medicines, VALTOCO may cause suicidal thoughts or actions in a small number of people. Do not use VALTOCO if you are allergic to diazepam or any of the ingredients in VALTOCO, or have an eye problem called acute narrow-angle glaucoma. The most common side effects of VALTOCO include feeling sleepy or drowsy, headache, and nose discomfort. These are not all the possible side effects of VALTOCO. Talk to your doctor and visit VALTOCO.com for more information. Please see Prescribing Information and Medication Guide.